welcome to our Week 8 topic in Information Technology Management. For this week topic, we have to identify or we have to study the basic concept of database normalization, particularly the third normal form rules. The topic objectives for this week. So you are expected to identify the rules in the third database normalization and use the third database normalization rules. For review, we identified last week that database normalization is a technique of organizing the data in the database. So we also identified that database normalization is a very important approach for decomposing the data redundancy, including the insertion, the update, and the deletion anomalies. So these are the requirements for the third normal form. For a table to be in the third normal form, these two rules should be followed. Number one, it should be in the second normal form. And then the second one, it should not have the transitive dependency. An attribute that is not part of any candidate key is known as the non-prime attribute. Suppose a company wants to store the complete address of each employee. So they have to create a table named employee details that looks like the example number 1. So the super keys, employee ID and employee name, the employee ID, employee name, and the zip code, and so on. The candidate key is the employee ID. While the non-prime attributes are those attributes except the employee ID, which are non-prime as they are not part of any candidate keys. Here, the M barangay, M city, and M province dependent on the zip code. And the zip code is dependent on the employee ID that makes non-prime attributes. M barangay, M city, and M province, transitively dependent on the super key employee ID. So this violate the rules of the second normal form. So to make this table complies with the third normal form, we have to break the table into two tables to remove the transitive dependency as shown in this presentation. So this is the transposition of the table of employees detail. So we have the employee table and the employee zip code table having those kind of entries. We have employee ID, employee name, zip code for employees table. And we have the employee zip code table consisting of zip code, M barangay, M city, and M province. So on example number 2, a relation is in third normal form if it is a second normal form and no non-attribute is transitively dependent on the primary key. So the bank uses the following relation. So we have the vendor, which consists of the ID, the name, account no, the bank code, and the bank. So the following dependencies exist. So we have the name, account number, bank code, number. These are the functionally dependent on the ID, which has the ID relations to the name, account no, bank code, number. And then we also have bank is functionally dependent on the bank code no, which consists of the bank code no in the bank. So the attributes or ID is the identification key. All attributes are singled value, which is in the first normal form. So the table is also on the second normal form. So the following dependency exists. So the solution to convert the above relation to third normal form, we need to split the table again, such as the vendor table consisting of the ID, we have the name, the account no, and the bank code no. And then we also have the bank table, which consists of the bank code no and the bank. On the third example, we have the second normal form table consisting of the lecture, college, and the professors. The lectures consist of series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. We have the college, SEAS, CCE, CCE, CBAA, CBAA, with the professors A, B, C, and D. So the problems in the second normal form are the insert. You cannot add lectures or lecturers or professors who teach no series or lecture series. In update, to change the college for lecturer 1, so we must alter the 2 rows. And then for the delete anomaly, if we delete the series number 3, we also delete the lecturer or the professor B. So in third normal form, all these are resolved. So we have to split the table above into 2 tables. We have the professors consisting of college, such as Professor A, B, C, and then D. From the college, SEAS, CCE, CBAA. For the third normal form 2, we have lecture series 1 to 6 with professors A, A, B, B, C, and D. So that is the solution if we want to convert the first table with the lecture, college, and professors into the third normal form consisting of the first set of table, which is professor and college, and then the other one, which is lecture and professors. Okay, class, hope you learned from these 3 examples of the third normal form. So you may visit these references for further readings of the lecture for this week. Thank you and good day.